with all of this mentioned, okay, yeah, I've mentioned work-life balance. Extended working hours can impact the work-life balance of employees. Okay, there's also going to be culture shift. Now, this culture shift, okay, I explained it this way: adopting a 24-hour economy may require a culture shift in the way that people perceive the approach to work, which could take time and necessitate education and awareness programs. Okay, if people decide to work 24 hours, it means that a lot, in fact, a 24-hour, it's going to eat into or have an effect on other institutions like school. So now, okay, people are going to be able to do night school. People are going to be able to do, so it's going to affect like our entire culture, which is used to sleeping at night and waking. Like everything is going to change. A lot more is going to change. A lot more people are going. We're going to see the other side of a nightlife. And if you've known, as Africans, as Ghanaians, we are not used to working in the night. Okay, we in fact at night we consider it as I don't want to mention, but like we consider the night as at the before time, and like there's certain places, like imagine in the villages, still people still perceive those things here, that at the night. How can you be working at night? How can you be sweeping at night? Like growing up, we're told that you can't be sweeping at night, or else you'll be sweeping all your monies away. Yeah. So yeah, working at night is really going to affect the culture that we have so far. So yeah, let me conclude. And in conclusion, I'm going to say that if really we want to adopt this thing in consideration, I would suggest, and yeah, I hope that the NDC or the Mahama hears me out on this. Okay, if we're really going to run or adopt a 24-hour economy, these are some of the things I think we need to look at, especially and I say this to the fact that with what I've heard, okay, I've really, yes, it's been put out, the notion has been put out, and from the people I am hearing, or the communicators I'm hearing, I think they're not even explaining what, either they are lost at what they have been told to explain to as a 24-hour economy or not. But then, if really we're going to run a 24-hour economy, the number one thing to consider amongst every other thing is that we have to begin, it's supposed to be a sector by sector thing. We can't run a 24-hour economy across all economic sectors, okay, across all production sector, across all institutional. Like it has to be a sector by sector thing. And by this, we're considering adopting a 24-hour economy in sectors where it makes most sense. Hospitals need it, food production houses, restaurant, security services. I mean, you just name it. There are certain businesses that yes, these businesses can run on a 24 effectively and efficiently. Not all sectors can run on a 24-hour basis, especially some of the services sectors, okay. But then banking can run on a 24-hour service, not issuing out, but then where I can be able to call, I'm stuck somewhere, I want to do some transaction online and I'm stuck, or I have issues, I should be able to call some helpline, okay. There should be a 24-hour call center by the bank or institution or some service providers that I have help constantly in sorting out my issues, okay, at whatever point in time. I should be able to make payments across platforms, and if I have issues, I should be able to pick up the phone, call a helpline. Yes, those institutions, they need them. So not every sector, but it has to be sector by sector, and this has to be thought through, okay. Again, regulations and support, that's the next thing. Government or parliament would have to sit through to really come out with regulations and support for these 24-hour institutions or businesses that are going to be put on, are going to be put on trial, or which are going to begin using or begin running a 24-hour system. The right policy framework that supports, first of all, companies that are transitioning into a 24-hour economy or business or 24-hour production, whatever the business is. And then there would also have to be laws, labor laws that support and back staff or employees. Okay, like it's just not waking up one day and saying, Charlie, you want to run a 24-hour economy. Should something happen to a staff member at that particular time, will insurance cover, will health cover, will security staff? Should some things happen to people across these odd hours, will secure insurance cover them up for whatever time period that it will? Like, there's just a lot of complications, or there's a lot of like nitty-gritties that needs to go into this. So yeah, labor laws would have to be adjusted to accommodate all of this transitioning and all of this change that comes. And then also infrastructure would also have to be considered. Again, stakeholders would have to be included in all of these decision makings, not just parliament sitting somewhere and assuming and thinking, or policymakers sitting somewhere and assuming that this is how they think businesses should run, or businesses should run 24 hours on this basis because we are proposing it as a political party. But then the right people should be involved. The business people themselves should be involved in this. We have to begin first of all with piloting it. It shouldn't be like Charlie, we are kickstarting, and so yes, everybody should get going with it. It has to be piloted first across few industries, okay, and then slowly a lot more feedbacks would be viewed, reviews would be done, and then seen for a couple of years, I think, and then would see the way forward with that. Okay, and then there has to be like that continuous evaluation and proper reporting. So yeah, adopting a 24-hour economy can really be a complex undertaking, but then if the proper measures, regulations, laws, infrastructure is put in place, Charlie, it is possible. And a country like Ghana at this point in time, we need it. We need it to pace. We need it to catch up. We are way behind. We are lacking behind. So yeah, aside with Mahama when it comes to a 24-hour economy, but then we are not there yet. A lot more needs to be, like, either they are not communicating or well, and I don't know, and I don't get what they're trying to say. Charlie, man, there's a lot that goes into running a 24-hour economy. It is not the talk. It's not, Charlie, just winning votes and then it comes to play, and Charlie, we don't see these guys anywhere. But yeah, I'm all up for a 24-hour economy. It's great. It evens out. It's pushes the country to work. It gives flexibility. There's a lot more good that comes into it. But then, are we ready? Infrastructure, security, are we ready? Energy, like, what does it takes a lot. It takes a lot to run a 24-hour economy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to come your way again with some other video. Yeah, we'll talk again soon.